Radio, transmitting to every corner of the galaxy.
We don't need to fire up the soapbox. No, we don't. Hi, folks. Hello. Ah, there it is. No, I've been soapboxing all fucking day. I don't need to do it now. Hello. Welcome to Lave Radio and stuff. But we're not doing a Lave Radio. We're doing a little supplemental wherein we shoot stuff, and we come and shoot Titans in their big faces. Hey, joining me in the orange side round the bar, but not actually in the bar, just like joining me and hanging out, we have the Chris Mock 4.
Hello.
There he is. We have the Chris Mock 5.
Hello.
And we have, someone who can actually confirm exactly. Someone who can confirm exactly how his name was spelled. Newcomer to Lave, Jeannie Van Zyl. Is that how we're pronouncing it, mate?
Van Sale is the
Van Zyl. There we go.
Van Zyl.
As long as it's not ZYL, it's fine. Yeah.
I bet you it is.
ZYKYZZYL.
Just
Yeah.
call him Jeannie Windowsill. It's fine.
Jeannie Windowsill. Jeannie Windowsill for now and forever. I love it so much. Yeah, folks, we're fighting. We have drops. We have all of the drops for the thing. We were going to do some what's it called? What was the thing? We were going to go on to the test. We were going to go do some power play test servering stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if you've seen, but the thingy has changed in that it's been delayed. It's going to come out in a week. And it's been delayed by an extra week, the ascendancy update. And also, it's really trash, and there's a lot of crashes and a lot of nonsense and stuff that's happening. So we figured it might be more fun to just have a blether, as the Scots might say, and gain a little bit of 2 million while the Titans are having their fun. Yeah?
Yeah.
Volt says, so what was the bug that's causing all the issues? Well, that's a really good question. Not sure. I know I was dropping into a lot of stations and not getting any and crashing as soon as I dropped into a station, which is great, exactly what you want to see. But there's also, it's just there's some, it's not great. I'm trying to think of a better way to say it. Remember how we had lots of problems, and we had a big conversation on Lave. Chris Mark 4, you were not here, and it's probably a good thing because it got a little bit passionate, let's say. But it was very, the general feeling was a fear that you would either have to choose just power play or everything else. So you make a decision between power play and everything else. And the way that it plays on the test server at the moment corroborates that information.
So I saw a little bit of you playing it today, and I saw you get scanned at a settlement, and just they immediately opened fire at you regardless.
That was on foot as well. So
on foot, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get away from it there either. And there has been, Frontier have recognised that there are overly aggressive NPCs. So I don't know how to balance it, but I know that Colin spoke a while back about that being what Power Play 1 was initially like. That whenever you went into a system that you were hostile with them, you would get attacked by the then Power Play police. And that was argued against so much so that it was changed and then it was reverted to what we know. But at the time, that is why why he has a separate commander for power play, and then he has a commander that doesn't get involved in power play at all. And I've seen comments along the lines of, well, you can't do... Well, it's more difficult now, so you're just going to have to get used to it. And also, maybe use a second account, and then also maybe... well, you don't have to do power play. And all of those things cannot possibly be Frontier's intention.
Yeah, I just think it's two different games. You've now got Elite Dangerous, and then you've got Power Play as a completely separate game. Because from my experience, when I was just trying to fly around an engineer ship, I was being shot in engineer systems for purely existing. And it doesn't matter on the control level as well. I was being shot in exploited systems. I was being shot in exploited controlled, I think, is the next step up. So regardless of the level of control, you will get attacked by the power play NPCs. Some will interdict you, some will wait for you to drop at a station and just open fire. And because they are clean, if you defend yourself, you then become wanted by the people in control. So at the moment, my test server account can't actually go and use Brew Tarquin at the moment because Brew wants him dead. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation. I personally wish that they made engineer systems like Shinrata Desra that they don't take part in power play. Because if they leave it as is, I think engineer systems will become a battleground.
Look at this lovely bubble.
So, good luck.
Also, the bubble looks terrible on the map.
So the version that you've got on screen, that's the current version, obviously, because
This is obviously, yeah.
Oh, I could quickly hop in and show you the new one. Give me a second, I was going to do that. Oh, will that kill the team? Might do.
Yeah, it will do.
Give me a second, I'll show the new one.
So at the moment, I am at Lave because I am normally drinking in the bar. So now I've got to fly over to where we're going to be doing the Titan bopping.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I am going to fail spectacularly tonight because, first of all, not very good at Yon Fargoid stuff, but also I'm trying to multitask at the same time, which, Sidekick, you managed to somehow do effortlessly on stream every day.
Not true. Not true, mate.
I meanwhile...
Oh, no, I it's one of the reasons if I'm doing tech, I don't play the game, because I can't do both.
Well, I normally stand at the bar and don't do very much when I'm in game during the show. I stand drinking.
So you're loading into... Oh yeah, I can see you on the Mandalay.
Yep. Mandalay.
Now the Mandalay, how is that? How are people
Fucking
enjoying the
brilliant,
Mandalay
man.
who have been able to play in it so far?
It's all right.
It's dope.
It's all right. It's all right.
I haven't engineered mine because I was like, I want to go and do power play stuff. So I was kind of focusing on that. So I haven't really had much time to do anything with it.
But you've been able to fly it about a little bit and see how it handles.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like it. It can turn it turns like a Corvette when it's in Super Cruise. When it's in Super Cruise Overcharge, it turns like a Corvette in Super Cruise.
Oh right, is that good?
Look,
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
see, look, we get a thing, like a little tutorial.
Yeah.
About power play map options.
Just bring up the fucking power play map and show how bad it is. I don't understand. They're all selected, right?
Yeah, this is it.
How are you supposed to, like, that's such a... It was,
That
like,
does look
Volt
very
said in
difficult, doesn't it?
chat. Volt said in chat a minute ago, saying, well, while explaining when explaining the bubble to new pilots, using the power play map is so helpful.
So one thing to point out, that green and that green are different.
Right, okay, yeah, but then go down to the 3 blues that are next to each other as well. Head down towards Etchling space, and then there's 3 blues right next to each other.
That is confusing at all.
It's horrible.
I mean, they've got the logos on, which looks cool, I guess. But yeah, those dots do look difficult to read on the map.
Yeah, it doesn't really give you any sense of the scale or the size of the area you're influencing or anything like that, does it?
Did it?
Dots on the screen.
I'd be interested to hear why they sort of changed to that. If it was because it was going to get too cluttered in the middle or something to make it difficult to read, but then this seems equally quite difficult to read in comparison to the old version.
Also, I'm not convinced it's showing everything.
Well, has it got filters? So it would only show you. Is it only showing you the systems that are actually controlled by a power?
And this should be showing them all, but they seem to have vanished. So I don't know if that's a bug. Seems it's definitely more than just these two.
Try
here.
try toggling all powers and then toggling back on.
Have you turned power play off and back on again? Is that the suggestion that's going?
Hey. Absolutely, it is.
I don't know. Like they've kind of vanished now.
Volt in chat is making a very good point. Is like, am I going to have to pledge with someone to have a drink in the bar at Lave?
You can try and get to the bar and leave.
Oh yeah, I've heard that Lave is not currently landable. But
yeah, Lave isn't available.
we're a special case. We're protecting ourselves from
Oh, now they appear. So Lave is under the power of
Mahon, but
Mahon.
it's the same color.
exploited, you could potentially try and pull Mahon out by expanding the Kane into Lave.
What if I want to be fiercely independent and invite all people?
Well, that's what you would do. You'd bring Kane in to bring it down and then just not reinforce her in.
But you have to pledge to Kane to do stuff for him.
Her.
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You could go and try and use her to knock Thingy out of Lave and leave no one in charge.
But what if they accidentally end up in charge?
Yeah,
I've just got to keep swapping allegiances and sabotaging whoever's going to take Lave Station.
There's a new view
Was this?
with a big dashed line.
Yeah.
That's like the influence view. There is part of the tutorial talks about that. I like the sphere of influence. I don't know what else it means.
Maybe that's as far as you can go.
From that one
Yeah.
system, maybe, yeah.
You get these things, which are actually quite interesting, I think, anyway.
So these are the individual sort of options for you to manage. Is it? This is how you can enhance your power. Because this was a lot of what we were talking about on the podcast. Was about what we wanted to see. You know, how you could influence. Is it just the delivering of leaflets and the bits that we've seen before, or this new stuff? So this is your way of doing it.
Yeah, so you get these things that are weekly assignments, which help you get more power play merits. 180, blah, blah, blah. You know, do a bunch. Well, it also tells you what they like to do as well. So how to work the other systems. And these are what their rewards are. So yeah, get fancy decal. You get a cannon that launches an Anglo-French supersonic passenger aircraft at people. So that'd be nice.
I do like the idea of a Concorde cannon.
Launching
It's like
Concords at people.
in the future they're like, what use have we got of Concords? Tell you what, we'll use them as projectiles. Had lunch under a Concorde once.
Nice. Commander Mars is saying the new bubble that they showed on Frontier Unlocked when covering power play looked much better than what we got. I think it's exactly the same. I don't think it's changed at all. I think I'd have to go. I've got the slides somewhere.
Reinforcement system, get bounties, and scan ships and wakes. So those two actually work well together, to be honest. Have a quick look, because this station is in, if I'm in Leasty, which I think I am, this is in a Kane thingy system. Stronghold. So there's the Mandalay Hay. And look, you can see, look, things, banners.
What about the vending machines?
We're on our way to find vending machines. And look, little sticker.
Sticker looks nice.
Katie says you get the Concorde cannons from the vending machines, and she says that's a fact, and then she says it may or not be a fact. So I don't know what to believe right now.
I do like the coffee table in that station. We need nicer coffee tables in Lave.
I don't even know what a vending machine is.
Down
hang on, I'll come round.
Down at the elevators.
I'm coming around.
Coming around. Are you both in the same place in
No.
Oh, coming round. All right, okay. This is when I forget you're both in the same place.
Literally opposite each other.
Opposite each other. Yeah. That was very smart of me. Yeah.
You're left there. That's the vending machine.
Those are the vending machines.
Those
Okay,
are the
so that should
vending machines,
show. Or is it the one that? Okay.
I don't know. They might show occasionally. They might be, hey, fun stuff.
Might be fun stuff. And they've got a nice power play rug down.
They do look different from, in my opinion. I think
this.
the. What do you like?
We got the window stickers so birds don't fly into it.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice Python Mark II ad. I have seen a Mandalay ad appear on these.
Well, I think they're definitely going to sell because it does look
Wow.
amazing.
6 frames per second. Let's see if we can get one. If not, I'm going to run back to it and I'll take it to the surface. Yeah.
Well,
they'll
while
all
I'm
look
here.
different, and then you get like a big picture of her up there, just judging us from upon high. And I think that looks pretty nice with the branding on it. I think it gives it, in a quick way, it's made them look different, like with minimum effort. So that's quite nice.
Do you want to come on to the normal server now, Chris? Because
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not. Yeah, I kind of like the way it's looking. It's not as quite in your face as I was expecting with the branding.
yeah, you say that, and then you walk out and you see Ashling somewhere, and it's a lot.
It's a lot of
Well,
Ashley.
so that one didn't look too bad, but
And is that in like a medium, not a medium state of control? That one, because there was sort of different levels of like how embedded a faction would be in a station, wasn't there? Where at first it would just be very minimal changes, and then it goes full blown posters and adoration.
This is a
Gets more
stronghold one, so
blue.
I imagine that's probably the biggest amount.
Yeah, I think Stronghold maximum, isn't it? So yeah, that's probably it.
So I don't know about the other one.
Faces it's going to get.
Hang on. Get back in and then get to the actual game.
Can I get an invite when one of you can?
Here you go.
Yeah,
Please. Please. You both sent one, that's very sweet. Because I've just been flying aimlessly forward for a hot minute.
I'm on my way. I'm having to fuel scoop so that I'm not spending this with everyone else fighting a Titan and me waiting on a fuel rat recovery.
That'd be amazing, though.
I mean, it would be very Lave. It would be very Lave takes on the Titans. One of the people's run out of fuel. Someone's in a different
Well, I could come
server,
and get you.
and yes, yeah, you can rescue me.
And 3 systems
Yeah.
over trying to watch it.
Yeah, if you do get stuck, I could come and refuel. I could take my Type 8 because it's got a multi-controller on it.
But the rest of us are in it's like 3 systems over watching, though. That's the important part.
Yeah,
We need to
that's
get
the
the footage
important part, in
from the right
distance.
angle.
Watching in the distance.
Yeah.
From a distance.
No, I've still got every little thing she does stuck in my
I've
head.
I've not heard of anyone taking down the Stronghold carrier mark, probably because it's a bit early. I might get a sticker though, because I've got enough to be rank 1, so I might get the Keto Kane sticker unless
nice.
this ends before it refreshes.
Do you know what? You
I
make
get
an
an
interesting point. Because the test server is now going to be on for longer than we thought it was, does that mean we're now actually going to be in the server long enough to make an impact on the powers within the server?
I don't know. I'm not.
We
No Man's
might
Sky's
see-
dropping next week.
They might switch off the. Can they switch off the tech for the server?
What do you mean?
I would
Well,
assume it still has the tick. It's just it wasn't going to be on long enough for us to make any or notice any impact.
I don't
Because
know.
there's very
I
few
genuinely
people on the
don't know.
test server to actually sort of shuffle everything, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think it's
I
from everyone.
no. Go ahead.
Can I get an invite to the thingy bobber? In case I need to go and rescue Chris.
The one thing that I really enjoyed, and the only thing that I thought was funny was I say the only thing that I thought was funny. Something that I thought was funny was seeing the you can do this thing with on like Coriolis's where you can go and hack the holographic symbols on the outside, like the holographic banners on the outside, which is pretty cool. And the way you do that is just with recon limpets, and they go and hack the banners, and they change it to the banner of the power play person that you're supporting. So it's a bit like vandalism or a leaflet
I
drop,
didn't
that kind of
realise you
thing.
could do that.
I like that.
I like that. Yeah, no, I like that as well. Nice.
It's really fun. The fun part is if when you get all of the fines, say for example you get the fine and you've forgotten your limpets, or you've only got a set amount of limpets, you can literally fly into that station, pay off your fines, come back out and do the rest of them. which is quite funny.
Hello, it's me. It's the person that's changed all your banners outside. Anyway, I am.
Anyway, I would like to get some limpets, please.
I would like
No reason.
no reason in particular, but more limpets,
Just got a
please.
small fine to pay off, and I'd like some more limpets.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be great.
Yeah, kind of like the police selling paint for graffiti, isn't it?
Yeah, you do graffiti this station for the low price of 100 credit fine.
It's quite a nice it made me giggle in a whole in the midst of a whole series of me just being kind of disappointed with everything. I say kind of disappointed with everything.
Didn't really get much. I spent so much of today engineering a ship to do power play stuff that I've not managed to do any. Just because it took that long. Right, Chris, I'll just make sure my ship's ready to come pick you up if needed.
Thank you.
Just in case.
Just Just in case, it will happen. People on stream are going to see me die a lot, even more than normal.
You won't be the only one dying. This Python 2 army is paper thin with armor. So.
Yeah, the goal is making sure that I get to the Titan to at least do one round before I die.
Hi, Epaphras. Imagine you're a trade run and someone's just swapping banners outside. Absolutely.
Well, you turn up to your station. You've fought really long and hard to get it into Stronghold system. You turn up and suddenly someone else's banner's out front to give you the fright of your life, thinking that it's been taken already.
Oh shit.
Do anything like that.
Love the fact that Thargoids can interdict you while you're in Super Cruise. No, Super Cruise Overdrive, I mean. Love that. That's not at all annoying.
It's fine.
Well, we've got SEO now at least, which makes it
Yeah,
a little bit,
I was in Super Cruise Overcharge.
Ah,
They care not for our overcharge.
they just wanted to say hello.
And the only way they know by screaming at you and shooting lightning.
For the last year, all they've wanted is a hug.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
really. Oh, a hug.
They can fuck off.
A hug and vengeance. A hug and vengeance. That's what the
That feels right.
You know,
Firing
I did
costs
say,
something, just like a peck on the cheek.
Yeah.
I did say a while on Lave that they were just misunderstood, and that their main form of communication by screaming, firing lightning, and shooting missiles at people is just being constantly misconstrued as violence.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what about Galnet? Have you seen Galnet today?
There was a lot of Galnet today.
There's been a lot of Galnet today, and a lot of Galnet this week. We've had 4 whole Galnets this week. It's like the galaxy is alive again. Pete's having something to do. But Sergeant has had a tonic-clonic seizure.
Iconic, yeah, I read that, yeah.
That's the ones I have.
I know.
I wonder if she pissed herself as well.
Fucking hell, Chris.
Wow.
Or bit into her tongue
Yeah,
and
right.
left the floor flooded with blood.
Probably. That's probably a thing.
They probably just didn't put that in the press release, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They came in and found, what was it, bloody handprints on the wall, and then are in the sink going, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's probably that's exactly how that works. That's my knowledge of what happens when people have tonic-clonic seizures. It's good that we can laugh about it now. Yeah, so
Sounds kind of terrifying, that does.
it fucking is. But they have she's I wonder if there's going to be this play for not rescuing the last Titan or something, or not killing the last Titan to keep Soa alive, and maybe all of the rest of the people that they've rescued. But also, they're all NPCs, and what if this shinies?
Yeah, what if they give us a sticker with stars on it? Does that mean that we'll?
Look, I want my H stars, thank you very much. I don't really care too much about what happens to her.
Yeah, if you're
Oh, she's been so quiet.
And it's almost certainly she's going to come to with some new message from the Thargoids or some.
Mhm.
Yeah, or they're going to have to remove the implant because it's killing her. I'm just trying to see if Chris has run out of fuel yet.
No. I am finding somewhere to dock so that when I inevitably die, I am not back at Lave Station.
Fair enough.
That is
Change my ship then. I need to get back into
This
fuel,
is
right?
when I find that I have not flown close enough to the system, but hopefully I have.
Oh, do you think they might go to what's their face? The downloady brain people.
what Utopia.
Yeah, with her to like maybe because if just because she stopped having seizure and is showing brain activity doesn't mean that her brain might not be coming out as seizures. Because that's the thing that can happen. It's called, in case anybody's wondering, status epilepticus, and your brain just constantly misfires, and
It's
you
more
eventually die from it.
likely. It's more likely that Azimuth might have a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Well, is she going to get a matching
big
mech suit?
Well, no, but they might have a They might have. Oh God, I'm trying to think. They put the chip in her, right?
Azimuth did, yeah.
Oh God! Oh, was it them or was it
No.
Emra?
Project Seraph or whatever it was, where they were trying to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
was that them or was that
That was Azimuth.
That was Azimuth, yeah.
was it? Oh, was that when they tried to make her fly as scout and everybody else
Yeah.
went insane, but she
Yeah,
was able
that's
to
it.
fly for a bit
Right.
and then passed out? Yeah, because I'm wondering when she was there. I wonder if maybe the Utopia people like took a scan of her brain, and they might not be able to restore her body, but they've got her brain, not her actual brain, but you know what I mean.
Would a Fargoid mangled mind work in the Utopia project?
I mean,
The Utopia
it's only
project
the
is. No, go ahead.
implant that's given her the ability to communicate with them. Her brain's still, as far as we know, humanoid. So
Well, it's just that she had like an implant chip or something that allowed her.
yeah, she's just got like a police scanner, but for Thargoids.
I didn't think about it like that before.
Or one of those like ones that people have at air shows where they can pick up the pilots and that.
Just a really crappy version that you only get like the occasional word from.
So, what the Utopia project is, according to Katie, and I trust her because she's actually read the Codex. She's the one who has read the Codex, and I believe that it is like It's like saving it to a drive.
Yeah, so they
okay.
could back up her mind with, and then figure out potentially what to do from there. So she may be lost, but her knowledge won't be.
Okay, so what if all of these people that we've rescued from the Thargoids are not stored in
Thumans.
our fleet carriers, but the ones which we've rescued from the Thargoids? What if the Thargoids have used similar technology? And I mean, we haven't had a Galnet article saying like dozens of people have started also having seizures because the Thargoid is about to go, but they could.
Well, the Imperials still have them in boxes, don't they? The Alliance are the only ones who've let them back into to wider society. I think the Feds and the Imperials are keeping them in boxes at the moment. So we could, yeah, it could be. I think it's more that implant is just screwing up her brain, and it's always been doing it, and now it's just hit a peak. It's causing her brain to freak out.
Do you think maybe the Thargoids are getting extra spicy because it's been so long, kind of thing, or they're at the end of the tether, kind of thing?
It could be, or it could be the people that made the implant in the first place, doing something in it to prove that what you call them can't look after her.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the one or two things. It's going to be like they activate some sort of kill switch or whatever, like you say, so they can Azimuth can get her back or whatever. Say we're the only ones that can fix it and save her, or it's going to be some big story point about what the Thargoids are thinking or what's happening with them now that they're going to be down to one Titan shortly.
I handed my Thumins in.
Did you defrost them first, or did you just hand them in whole?
I just handed them in.
That's Aegis's job, is defrosting them.
Yeah. It was like Bernard Matthews turkey drumsticks. I just handed them in. It's fine. They'll sort them out. But yeah, that's like a big whole storyline. It's just
It's one of the big
need
ones
to
that's just
solve.
hanging there, isn't it? It's
yeah.
It's what did that happen for if not for something big to come out of it down the line?
Yeah, I mean, when they first came out with that part of the storyline, I thought that there's so many possibilities of where they could go with it and what they could do with that, and give you some more sort of insight into the Thargoids or something. But it's not really gone anywhere.
Well, there was a lot of talk of we're expecting zombies, aren't we? We're expecting
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Goid zombies to be.
I'm so glad that
everyone's
wasn't the
on board
case,
with
though.
this, yeah.
But
We
the
didn't-
the
no one needed
alternative
that.
to Goid zombies that we've had though is essentially, well, we've got them and we've frozen them and we've not defrosted them, and there has been no news on this front.
But what, like, there's a couple of places that have quarantined them, right?
Yeah.
Empire has, Federation has. Well, everybody did at the start, and the Empire's keeping them in quarantine. I think the Federation is the Alliance have let them in to have let them back in because they're like, well, nothing's happened, so let them in. Which is kind of why I love the Alliance, because they're goofy as all hell.
Let them be free and roam. Do what they
Like
want.
the little hobo.
Yeah. Or like a free range chicken.
Free range chicken.
You know, it's appropriate.
Yeah, get your free range Thumins.
Yeah, that seems to track. Alright, I am on my way towards the Titan. Don't kill it before I get there, okay? I want my decal.
I make no promises.
Thank you. It is interesting, like you say, is it going to be an excuse to keep like a Titan around?
Yeah,
I
I mean, it does seem
think
like a really good big asset
yeah.
game to just throw away for no reason.
I'm desperate for them to. I really want them to. I'm done with Thargoids.
I think they need to do something with the Thumins. But then we've had so many kind of strange stories that didn't go anywhere, like with is it the Emperor wasn't actually the Emperor or something?
Oh, well, she was frozen for a year or whatever. And nobody.
Yeah. Like that just kind of went nowhere. Was it the Emperor was frozen?
Yeah.
Was there...
They kidnapped her, froze her for a year, and then there was a big scene
Yeah.
to kill the military contractor, mercenary types.
That feels like something that should be looked into, really.
Yeah. I mean, I was expecting some
The ongoing implications of that.
I was expecting some big
Yeah.
conspiracy about, is it really the Emperor we got back? Did they do something to her? Blah blah blah. All tinfoil conspiracy type stuff, but didn't really pan out into anything.
What else are we waiting for? What else needs a resolution?
Isn't there something with the Emperor's mother or something like that as well? She's about to cark it, or she's unwell.
There's not been a power shift yet. They've not actually changed power for the Federation yet after their election.
Yeah, there was like, hang on.
Space politics weirdness hasn't finished yet.
There was big space politics. There was big major space politics. We had a oh god, like Rhea, am I right? Was that a thing? Katie! Yeah, Rhea and I think Jeannie's mic's quite quiet. I think that's the one that you're
all right, I'll try and boost Jeannie a little bit more, but I've got you at 200% at the moment, Jeannie.
I'll see if I can do something on my end.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it is Jeannie. That's the quiet one. I think the rest of us are okay though.
We should be okay, hopefully. Terms and conditions apply.
And what about that? Remember that signal that was on that station that was making everyone kill each other?
That was a Halloween thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but nothing else. Is it like that? Seems like something people should investigate, right?
There's links to a generation ship. You never know. We might get something in like a couple of weeks about that.
It's spooky season stuff, isn't it? That's coming up. So
yeah, I think the problem with like putting seasonal stuff in like the main canonicity of being part canonically of the game is that that's quite a big thing that people are just offing themselves because of a sound. And like the Far God cultists all died, didn't they, when they flew away on their spaceship? Remember after they took it over from the federal agents or Interpol or UPOL or UGov or whatever they're called.
UGov.
The Space Police, whatever they're called.
When the Office of National Statistics came along, we knew things got serious. Yeah.
Yeah, because like they were on that ship, weren't they? And then the Far God people started like exploding themselves and stuff. I can't remember if they all died or not. Can anyone remember? Yeah, maybe Kingfisher?
The Titan blew up the Kingfisher on the way in. Yep, that resolved itself. I'm dead.
I think the Marlinists are still a whole thing, aren't they?
Yeah, so the Kingfisher was the ship of Far God people, wasn't it? Going.
Yeah, the one that the federal security people were looking after.
Yeah, it was the people who were stood on the top of the same people stood on the top of the Empire State Building in Independence Day. It was that mentality, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was along those lines, wasn't it? Yeah. Take us
So-
with you, kind of.
Yeah. We welcome our friends, our alien friends, new alien friends. Yeah, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna have a lovely time," and then they didn't rather spectacularly.
Yeah, and there's still the Marlinists because Steve Marlin joined the Empire, but the rest of the Marlinists didn't. So that's a thing.
Just to clarify, that's Steve Marlin.
Assume that's what he's called. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Why would we call Marlinists otherwise? It's not as if they were like led by a fish. That'd just be ridiculous.
What is happening?
Absolutely named after the fish.
You think we'll get any spoopy season stuff? Bar the same paint jobs from last year,
We don't have the same paint jobs as last year.
weren't they? I thought they were.
Well, the Noctil ones, the ones that we
Yeah.
have drops. No, the ones we had last year, I believe, were either green or white.
Okay.
They-
Yeah, I think they were green. I think.
Yeah, and then the ones before that were the pink and purple bats, which are my favourite, for obvious reasons.
I think we might get anything else. Like, I don't think we'll get another scary suit like we did with the Wraith. That was Halloween, wasn't it?
That was Halloween. That was not last year, but the year before. I think no, might have been last year. There was
Arth and Sally did that
yeah.
thing.
No, that was the year before. It was the year before with the Wraith because he spent all of that time walking into the station, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think that was I can't remember. So I wonder if we'll get anything this year.
I hope so.
You get a suit helmet in the shape of a cyclops.
Wasn't that outfit all linked to the Grey Flight CG? It was just a purchasable one, wasn't it?
I think it was hinted that he was involved, wasn't it? The like kill them all thing.
No, the Wraith guy was the year before. It wasn't the Kingfisher. It was another year, and he set traps for people. And effectively, they had to kill other people. Is this not right?
No, I don't think that was the Wraith. That was something else. I don't think that was the
I
Wraith.
thought that was a Wraith.
I don't know.
Katie!
Katie's doing a lot of the Googling today. I'm saying Googling, it's all in Katie's head.
It was a thing about a group of people who were the Gownet article. The initial Gownet article was about people who were attacked. Katie missed a question. She's talking to Jira. Great. It was an article about. I'm gonna find it.
I think the Fun Police are here.
The Fun Police are definitely here.
They just got an FSD reboot.
If you back away, they might just go away on their own accord.
No, they won't.
very much enjoying following me around and annoying me today.
Yeah, I thought last year was that station where just everyone killed each other on the inside. I thought that was the Wraith. Like he was sent the
No.
message.
So 26th of October, 3309. So last year was the mysterious phenomenon triggers violent attacks. Now that was on the Shamash system, and that was nothing to do with the Wraith. That was like 50. That's not too far away from the generation ship that had the very similar thing.
Oh, okay. Or maybe it was the Space Saw then.
I think the Wraith was Space Saw. The Great Swarm pilot's going all wacky. That might have been around the similar time, but the Wraith suit didn't. I thought the Wraith suit came out the year before that.
Nice to get a new suitably spooky suit.
Is your spooky scary skeleton not enough?
No.
What's even more spooky skeleton?
I want like a plain helmet which has like a cyclops on the front of it, you know, like the really cheap Halloween masks.
Yeah, so 3308 was the Galnet article that dropped straight after the Frameshift Live, which with Channel 07 has intercepted footage of a violent attack on 3 talk show hosts, because it was supposed to be 3 and then ARF couldn't make it, but they'd already got the article pinned to go out. On several Imperial news feeds, the show came to abrupt halt after the 3 were apparently fired on by an assailant. The assailant was wearing the Wraith suit.
Ah.
And there was a cipher with that. That was 3308.
That would make sense.
But they do tend to do something at Halloween.
There's normally
Part
a
of me-
spooky tale and whatnot, isn't there?
Yeah. Part of me think, because we had the ghost ship. The ghost ship was fucking incredible. But part of me thinks that they've only been willing to push the Ascendancy update for a week because there's going to be something spooky hidden in there as well. Because in my humble
that's a
personal
good point.
opinion.
That's a good point. Tuck something in the update.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, I feel like it needs maybe an extra month and a half.
Hey, they're still working on engineering, and it came out quite a while ago.
Yeah, true.
They've got time. They've got time to tweak these things.
I do get the the intention behind having this power play police and having them anytime you go into one of their systems and you're hostile, having them interdict you. I get the intention, but I don't think it's practical from a gaming perspective unless you want to only have people do power play.
Like you say, it's difficult without, you know, because some people's solution, you know, like Colin, is to have a separate commander that is the power play commander, but it seems a bit of a shame to have to lock everything away behind a different account in order to enjoy the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess because of how many different activities you can do for your faction, your chosen faction, where there's no fight back. So, for example, like the thing you were doing today with the hacking, the most you get is sort of a fine from the station sort of thing. But I'm assuming that probably contributes in some way to undermining their control. So, what am I trying to say? So it's very difficult for them to switch off all sort of police presence in a system without also making it too easy for people to sort of come in and do some of those undermining activities, if that makes sense. I don't know if there's a way of dialing it up where if you've got an assigned task for the faction, then the police will treat you as such, or if you've really dug in and you've got up the ranks, then it should treat you more seriously as a frat, maybe.
Yeah, that would make more sense to me.
Because I think the current way is going to discourage people from even dipping their toe in. You know, if you're someone that likes doing a bit of trading, or you like doing buckyball, or you like doing whatever, then you might not want to take part in power play at all, because now you're going to be like, well, I'm just going to be constantly interdicted and have problems. Which I don't think is the intention that Frontier had behind this. Unless
Can't
it is
be
meant to
the
your own
intention.
thing. Yeah.
It literally I just, to put so much work into it and then have it be like that decision between doing it and not doing it. Hey, I can't stress this enough. Fuck Thargoids.
Are you having a fun time?
I'm having so much fun. I've had so much fun in Elite today. It's been well worth coming back to it after 3 weeks. It's been joy after unbridled joy. I really like the Mandalay. And I really like some aspects of what they've done with power play. I don't want to...
No, it's not a complete mess, is it? It's...
Yeah, the new all of the new ships have been complete hits. It's just the other stuff. And it does make me worried for what the next feature is. I was going to say what base building is going to look like, but I still think it is base building, and I still think I'm right as far as what the mechanics of that base building will be, and that it will be tied to something. But now I'm thinking they're going to want to tie it to power play, and that upsets me. No, there's always like no more rage, but there's always time to power up the soapbox. We've always got that in our back pocket. It's not a problem. I'm glad they've postponed it by a week. Via Hero is asking, what do you guys make of those atmospheric comments in Galnet?
So this is the fact that the Mandalay is optimized for atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think that is just a bit of bump in the PR. It's to make it sound more like a press release kind of thing in the Galnet. I think it maybe does handle a little bit better in the low atmosphere worlds that we've already got access to, but I'm not reading into it as if we're going to get atmospheric landings in my head. As much as I would love to have that coming into the game. I don't think we're getting that, unfortunately, and it makes me sad. But that would be quite a big release for them to do, and I don't think they would announce it like this. I think, you know, when you were talking about the expo on the podcast through the week, that's the kind of thing that they would announce, that they were going to do atmospheric landings in Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, it would have like a GameSpot preview, or not GameSpot. What's the one in Germany? Gamescom.
Yeah, it would be a big press announcement sort of thing that they would do, I think. I don't think they would drop very subtle hints in Galnet. I think they would go full throttle. We're doing atmospheres. We're doing, because the thing is, if you're doing atmospheres, then you've got to do a lot of sort of on ground stuff as well. It's not an easy deployment for them to put in the game.
Would the engine even support it?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Because it can barely support Odyssey some of the time, so.
Most of the time.
You make good point.
And then people would be expecting to see like big cities on the planets. That's not
Well,
gonna
and
happen.
then why is there nothing roaming around and living down there? Why is there not other settlements? Why aren't there other people just randomly walking around?
Go play No Man's Sky.
Exactly. That's No Man's Sky has done that, and after a lot of tweaking, is doing it rather well. But it's taken them ages to get to that point.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a simple thing to put in. I think if they put it in, it would result in more things. Why doesn't it do this, that, the other? And the honest answer is probably either it can't do it or they don't have enough people.
So at ECM, I was having a lovely little chat with Zach, as I am wont to do. Had a lovely little sit down chat with Zach, and he said that the fact that they'd managed to get even 4 ships out was in and of itself a miracle.
Yeah, it's a big deployment, and I think at the stage of the life cycle that the game is at, I think that would be a huge release for them to be doing, and it would be almost as much of a rewrite as Odyssey was on the engine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm not sure there's the budget for it.
Not with a financial report that has a focus on CMS games.
Yeah.
Are we getting the last ship as a Christmas present? I mean, very end of December, the last thing they drop before they have the Christmas break would keep the word of it being within the year.
Wonder what it'll be though.
Panther Clipper.
Think so?
Yeah. No, I don't.
It's what you've been asking for. Yeah, I
really don't know what it could be, because I don't really know what role there is for a specific ship, because all the other ones have had a specific role: combat, trading, exploration. But I don't really know what role they could put another
Tourist
specific
ship.
ship in.
What ship?
Tourist one.
that's the one that they've not done, isn't it? Is like a medium tourer.
Ship. Yeah. Passenger ship's the one I can think of.
Medium passenger ferry.
What about a large alliance?
I think it depends.
A plus-size chieftain. Yeah, that'd be good.
with the SCO, because they said that SCO only really works well with medium ships, didn't they?
That's true.
But unless there's going to be something with, that new thing about how all the fancy Titan stuff is helping speed up industry, maybe there's gonna be another CG to get bits and pieces, and then that will result in some sort of advancement that means it could be a large ship, and then maybe it'll be a large alliance ship, and I guess they could call it the Conqueror because they don't have a Conqueror yet, and it sticks with the naming convention.
Base construction ship, Tala's saying.
What could a base construction ship do that the flying block of flats like a Type 9 could not? Would be my question. Considering that we've got such a huge thing already. I don't know how base building would work in Elite, and I don't know if it would work similar to if you are like an overseer of a settlement in No Man's Sky, where you sort of go away and you get to choose a little bit of the direction for how your settlement works. So are you going to build a bar, or are you going to build a landing pad, are you going to build are you going to build a trading post, or are you going to build accommodation? You get kind of choices like that, and then you've got to deliver materials in order for the settlers to then build whatever you've directed. So you're managing it, but you're not necessarily constructing it piece by piece yourself. You're delivering the raw materials, or you're putting orders out for the raw materials, and then you're coming back. So they'll say, hey, we need... we're going to need schematics to begin with, and we're going to need this, this, and this, and then you go off and you get that, and they're going to start building, and then they're going to go, right, we've run out of the materials for, we need iron for putting this in, or we need auto fabrication parts for this, or I have the feeling if they were to put base building in, it would be more along those lines, so that they can keep everything in sync within the engine. And not sort of me going down and being able to place individual building blocks.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Sorry, Karen.
My thoughts are that it would be connected to either squadrons or power, but let's say there is an uninhabited system that is nearby to you. You then do the thing with you as a I don't know, as a faction, or you as a squadron linked to a faction can go, okay, this squadron is close to here, it has the potential for expanding into this system. The only problem is that there isn't a base in this system. Okay, we can make a base in that system. And you vote with providing certain items. So, I don't know, something military, something industrial, all of those kind of shit as to what type of base you want there. And then once you've provided the requisite amount of materials, there is that goes underway, and then the following tick, a random already prefab thing is made. Or like station is made, and that's what you've done. That to me is what the extent of base building looks like in Elite.
It's the only way I can see it without a major without major adjustments. Because at the moment it's very much, No Man's Sky, when you're building your own little base, you can manipulate things in the engine sort of live and move stuff about, and I don't think Elite would be able to handle that and have people visiting it and whatnot. It just wouldn't be able to work that way.
Yeah, agreed. And you would either like have a flat station or a Coriolis, or if you don't deliver as much, maybe a little outpost or something like that.
Yeah.
If you deliver less in the time and it's tiered as to what you would achieve.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, you could start off with one of those. You come across them sometimes when you go down to a planet. It's like a shipping container and a signal beacon, and that's it. You essentially start off with your your shipping container, your signal beacon, and then you can build it up.
And like Apophis is saying, like we did with the Colonia Bridge, deliver stuff and then something shows up. Yes, but a fully automated version of that. I can't stress enough how it's not going to need to be. It won't be hands-on at all by dev. If they can get it to work, it would be an automated version.
Yeah, it would be
something not dissimilar to that.
Yeah, once you get over a certain amount by the next tick or something, you would then get a message going, "Hey, Commander, we've just finished putting down the foundation for, what you've just asked to be built," kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And they could have created models for varying states of completion. So it could take a month to do or something, and over sort of 4 weeks, you see your station being built.
Yeah.
That'd be dope as all hell.
I would love to see more stations under construction. We don't really get to see that in game, do we? And I think it was one of the things that was pitched very early on.
We have the asteroid stations. Now, whether they're supposed to be Coriolis's under construction and eventually they build enough of it that the asteroid disappears.
I always thought that the asteroid stations were just like built for convenience, as in they could
possibly
hollow them out for the materials, and it was just sort of a convenience thing rather than it being to do with
yeah, probably. And the way I always looked at it though was just like, oh fuck, I just boosted into the Thargoid. Yeah, I just like anytime I looked at it, I just thought, oh look, this looks like a thingy under construction. I mean, they could still use some of the similar assets.
Yeah, it's very rough, isn't it? It's very like I do like the asteroid stations for that, because they do feel very like an ad hoc frontier space.
Yeah, and they just feel like they're in. They feel they have like that under construction vibe kind of thing. I just don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility that might the thing that we do.
I mean, I can't afford a fleet carrier yet, so I don't think I am going to be staking claim to a planet anytime soon. But yeah,
I think I think they'll probably be tied to, if this is the thing, it might not even be the thing. Hello, Commander Burr. If this is the thing, then maybe it's maybe it's tied to power play, maybe it's tied to factions. Best case scenario for me is that it's tied to factions. Worst case, power play.
The power play leaders are rich enough that they can found their own settlements, aren't they? You know what I mean? When they come into when they come into a system, they are claiming everything that's already there. So there wouldn't be much of a point in going off and seeding the galaxy with little outposts for them, canonically. So like you say, it's either going to be tied to your sort of squadron faction type stuff, or it's going to be a solo endeavor, very, very, very end game content to try and get to do.
That is true. Apophis is saying with all the money they're spending on the insides of the stations, they'll soon be broke. That is a lot of white paint.
And the new vendors.
That's true.
those vending machines won't pay for themselves. We got all the vents. That was super efficient of all of us. Well done, guys.
We were
Proud of
coordinated for
you.
a change.
I didn't do nothing. I was dead.
Let's see if I last more than one run this time.
At the moment, I think I'm averaging about 2.
Still think the effects and the visuals when the Titan.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It really is. It hasn't lost its flair. Yeah, you might want to give it like a round or something because there's an awful lot of scouts in here, and they might, if you back away enough, they might just dip out. Or they might follow me out when I die, which is imminent.
Yeah, can you fly the other way so that they don't get bored?
Copy that. Hang on.
They don't get bored with your corpse and then come to me.
Daddy's home. There we go. Blaze of Glory.
There's always NPCs with repair limpets around until you want an NPC with repair limpets to be around.
Accurate. I think Apathis, Volt, and Chris all have repairs.
I don't.
All right.
He just likes to watch me explode.
Can you play your background noise as well? Like, just play it on quiet or not?
What, on
Just out of
the
curiosity.
stream?
On the stream,
my
yeah.
stuff. Yes, I can.
Cool.
And I just crashed into an asteroid while I tried to do that.
Amazing. That is the true thing what streaming is.
There you go. Do you want me not to send it to you, but only to send it to the broadcast? Is that what you
I need
want?
to send it to the broadcast, yeah. Just so there's a little bit of background noise there with like ambient space sounds, isn't it?
Ambient space. Ambient Thargoid angry.
A bit of
blow-up
Thargoid angry
noises.
Thargoid action, you know that stuff.
Chat want to hear me explode.
Who doesn't want to hear you explode? I don't know how I made that sound filthy, and I'm so proud of myself.
Oh, someone had to do a Benism.
Yeah, I don't know don't know about base building anymore. I don't know about base building because I'm just so disappointed with how power play has been today.
I mean, my thing about base building is if they were going to do base building, like one of the sort of not quite equivalents of base building would be the fleet carriers. And they've not really given you a lot of options for what to do inside your fleet carrier. So what would the options be in base building? You know what I mean? You can't really decorate your little office on your fleet carrier. You can't really do... And you know what I mean? You can kind of reskin the carpets and paint the walls and stuff.
That's like a missed opportunity to sell arcs.
Oh, there, that's another opportunity to make all the money. Because who wouldn't want to put a fish tank or something in their in their quarters, right? But it just seems like I don't think it would be what people are expecting from a base. It wouldn't be like everyone has their own base. I mean, fleet carriers, when they were originally pitched, were sort of squadron things rather than individual commanders having them, because it was going to be prohibitively expensive. But then
and
we've got
support tenders with them as well. I think the combat one was supposed to be able to drop into conflict zones with you, and then that vanished.
It was a really good idea. Like everything, like back then, it felt like a really good idea. But also, I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, I'll create my own squadron and then buy 7 accounts to create a squadron that would qualify for a fleet carrier, so I'd have my own fleet carrier." I saw a couple of people say that, and I get that mentality, and it, like the idea of someone else being the person who's in charge and it being like a collaborative effort, especially for some people who are control freaks. Hi, it's me. I'm a control freak. It can be off-putting. I don't know.
It'd be difficult, wouldn't it? Because if you were running a settlement as a group and you're trying to decide, oh, do we get a large landing pad or do we get something that's good for trading or whatnot? It's like how you try and come to that agreement in your group.
It's that argument of then, and this is always the case with like MMOs and games like this. There then becomes an argument for taking the gameplay, and I use gameplay with the broadest of terms, but taking the gameplay into conversations on other platforms, so like Discord conversations and things like that. It then becomes less about playing the game, more about spreadsheets and management, which is Eve in a nutshell, you know? I don't know.
Thank you to whoever's sending me the repair limpet. I love you.
I don't know how Frontier go back on fleet carriers for squadrons and then go, hey, we're doing base building, but it's tied to squadrons. If they do base building. Because it feels like you'd get the same people going, oh, well, you made the distinction and you went back on it because of this reason. So you should really go back on it again. I don't know.
It's Epaphras with the repair limpets. Thank you, Epaphras.
Deal's saying used to run player-owned stations and all the mechanics around that were done within your corporation. Shay would prefer them making content for players, not groups. I agree, and they've just done power play, and power play is very much not centered around the individual. It's centered around the commanders working together. But maybe in an ongoing player-driven economy with less manual input from Frontier. For example, every single Thargoid had to be manually moved to the spot where they ended up. No, sorry, every single Titan, sorry, Thargoid Titan was manually moved. None of it was automated. Like Darren was saying that he was setting alarms for 2 o'clock in the morning so he could tweak a direction that one would go so it would end up in the right spot, which is why they were so difficult for us to predict, because there was no rhyme or reason to them. They just they had to plot them in the way that they did. So I don't know. I don't know, because if they've managed to develop like a technology that allows them to automate like an expanding the bubble kind of process, so finding those systems that are missing bases and automatically generating bases when a system or a system hits its expansion limit, and then turns what the old investment state was, where it stretched to like an 80 cube rather than a 40 cube. I've probably lost you at this point, but I understand. But like the old investment state, where it doubled the size of where it could go to if that was the last stitch thing that they were able to do, maybe a way of then moving into setting up like a micro CG type thing where you give stuff to the faction, so then it's not even tied to like what a faction's doing. It's just like a natural BGS thing. So you could just work the BGS as an individual, or you could work it as a group. Oh no, I think we're onto something.
Oh.
I do think we're onto something. I genuinely do think we're onto something, because you don't have to be in a group to manipulate the BGS. You can do it on your own. You can find a quiet area of the bubble to manipulate the BGS to your heart's content, and you as a single player can do work for a faction without. People bandy about this word player-made factions. It means fuck all.
Oh, you can just pick one you like the look of anywhere
exactly.
you like. Yeah.
Exactly. Once the faction goes into a game in Elite, it's not a player-made faction anymore. It's been suggested by a player, and it's been given in by players or by a player group. But the moment that goes into game, there's no indication in the game as to whether that faction is a player faction or not. The only indication is like on third-party apps like Inara and things like that.
And you don't get any extra control either.
Absolutely.
It's not that you have extra dials or buttons that you can press to say, hey, I'd like to expand here or go there. Or
it's like there was that group who were vehemently against fighting Thargoids, and a Titan was on their doorstep and expanded, and they wrote an open letter to Frontier. It's very difficult to say with a straight face, but they wrote this open letter to Frontier going, we don't agree with this, we don't think that it should be done. And like anti-Xeno groups were like, hey, that's great for you, anyway we're going to be killing this Titan in your backyard, or in the faction that you got put in the game's backyard. It means nothing that you are connected to it. So with that in mind, like anyone could manipulate the BGS on their own. And I think that's really cool. And that would like get rid of it being tied to a squadron. It's just an extra step or a natural expansion process that sits on the back of the BGS mechanic, which might be slightly easier to code than a brand new thing. I mean, how hard can it be, right?
How hard can it be?
I want to try and find that open letter again. Because I'm like 100% sure like Drew signed it.
No, that's a different open letter.
Oh.
There was an open letter, the open letter before the drought was signed by a lot of old Elite Dangerous players who weren't playing the game anymore.
Was that one to get open test servers?
Yeah, something along those lines.
And then none of them did anything with it.
Yeah, well, because it didn't we get some test servers at one point? We like had beta servers.
Yeah, we did. And then I'm pretty sure most the big names that signed that letter took no part in actually the beta bit at all. And I agree with we should hit it with open layer and a leafleting campaign.
100%, yeah, agreed.
Can we not do like a more fun thing, like a town crier campaign?
No.
Like outside the front door in Cambridge. with a large...
It's time to get serious.
Head over to
major leaflet campaign.
A major leaflet campaign,
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is a Blackadder?
No, this is Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf, okay.
Polymorph when
One of the two.
Rimmer loses his bravery and comes up for the campaign for the liberation and integration of terrifying organisms, something in society, and they abbreviate. The slight problem is abbreviation is clitoris.
Okay. You had to pay, when I'm saying you had to pay for beta access for the fleet carrier, I don't remember paying for beta access for the fleet carrier beta server. You had to pay to get access to the alpha server for Odyssey.
Yes, and was there not an early Horizons as well? I think. In my head.
There might have been. That's before my time.
I think I paid something for early Horizons. Though that may be a lie. I think I can't remember.
There's no way that you've been playing longer than I have. I'm mad at you.
I'm sorry, I am. I'm not very good at it. I've been here for ages. It just doesn't show.
Been here the whole time.
Been here ages. I still don't know what bloody doing. He says as he flies out the station with his landing gear still down, wondering why he can't boost.
I won't worry. Most of my damage today has been either not realizing that my caustic sinks are full, and also boosting directly into the Titan.
I've been good at booping the asteroids on my way to the Titan today.
Nice,
somehow.
nice, very well done.
That's been one that I've been doing. Just clearing the way so
Solid
everyone else
work,
has got
Chris.
a clear shot at the Titan.
Yeah, there we go. Taking caustic damage. Well done, Claire. Nice one.
This Titan's got to know that that the Lavians are attacking it. It's
We are bad. We are here.
We are here. We are serious about this.
No, it's probably surprised we're actually here attacking it and not trying to attack it from a system over.
Yeah,
That's a very good point.
Yeah, we're at the wrong Titan. Yeah, that would be that would be the Lave approach.
Launching speculative torpedoes from Lave Station at it.
Yeah.
If we fire enough, one will eventually make it.
It'll eventually make it, and oh boy, will you be sorry.
50,000 years from now when it finally gets across to it, yeah.
So just a random person picking the debris from the blown up Raging and gets hit by a torpedo that came from Lave.
A tour guide on a dolphin going, so as you'll see on our left, this is the remains of the Titan as a missile torpedoes the middle of the dolphin.
No one saw it. Chris, that'll be one of your passenger missions as well.
And they'll go from happy to unhappy.
First of all, he didn't deliver my 1 tons of domestic appliances for no
They
reason.
never
and,
get anything they want when they're on my ship.
Next of all, the ship got torpedoed from Lave station.
Yeah. Now, my favourite one's on the rescue missions where they're like, the Thargoids are shooting at us. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, Thargoids do that. We're taking damage. Yeah, no. I'm working on it. I'm unhappy. Now you can get out and walk then. See what Thargoid Jim says to that.
To be fair, if a Thargoid was attacking my bus, I'd be kind of angry as well.
But even if you're getting rescued.
Oh, maybe not if I'm getting rescued. If I'm getting rescued, I should be grateful. If it's the evacuation bus, that should be different, shouldn't it?
Yeah, you're getting rescued from a active war zone.
Excuse me, Mr. Thargoid. I am trying to get to the Titan.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Mark Gamer, all I see is a floating missile spinning slowly by the window with "From Lave with Love" painted on the side.
Excellent.
Yeah, we definitely miss as well.
As it shoots just past.
Do you know if there's any law on who specifically makes which modules for the ships? Yep, everyone's got a manufacturer. Every module has a particular manufacturer. I don't know if it's in the codex, but it's certainly in the wiki.
I'm probably just going to explode in a second, I think. Oh, there, that's fine. I got my money.
They're gonna make it one run this time. Holy butt.
Under attack. Taking damage. Frameshift drive charging.
This was enemy's got any Healy limpets, do they?
Apathis does.
3, 2.
Can I get some on 1% hull?
Back in.
Hi, Apathis!
Hey, mate.
Hello. I thought I'd pop in.
Hello, bud!
Saves typing while trying to Thargoid.
Thank you for the repairial inputs.
Yeah, I'm not sure there were much use. It kept moving away.
Warning. Caustic damage detected. Power plant
I just take the quick way back from a fleet carrier.
Definitely do it. Do the thing.
Yeah, I'm getting interdicted. I'll send the limp in. He'll get there probably in a few years.
I will say the one thing about doing that thing with the hacking on the stations, the limpets get confused with the locations of with the rotation of the station. Great.
Ah, they've not figured that out yet.
I don't think they have, no.
taking damage. Caustic substance neutralized. Sequence initiated. Warning. Caustic damage detected. Power plant capacity.
Yeah, we can do cap. Let it cool down for a sec rather than doing a hit. Sounds good to me. If any...
Caustic substance
Like once this one limpet's done its repairs, if you want to send another one, that would also be great. I got so damaged in one run. Go on then, Epaphras, what do you think the next big thing is going to be? The big what thing? You know what I'm talking about. Pretend you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the feature thing.
Yeah, the feature. You knew what I was talking about. It's fine.
I'm not sure. Because I can't really see it being base building or atmospheric planets. Because there's a lot of stuff they would have to code in. And I don't know if they've got the dev time to do that with Planet Coaster 2 and that coming out. Although they have just overdone power play, so maybe there was something already in the works.
I don't think whatever it is going to come anytime soon, though. It'll be announced, but it must take a while.
Yeah, maybe.
Can't remember. Did they give any specific timings on when the new feature was coming? Or
End of the year, didn't they?
was it just end of the
'Cause
year?
Power play was the middle of the year, which has worked out incredibly well.
Very accurate prediction of that, yeah.
I mean, it's not too bad when you consider dev. But power play was the middle of the year, and then the update, the other feature was towards the end of the year.
So what we're looking at sort of April for
Yeah, well, I mean, probably like and starting talking about in October. I can't see it coming out before December, January. So I'm thinking like April maybe, and I wouldn't have an issue with that.
No, I wouldn't have no problem with that either.
Those features are a vast thing. It could just be something as simple as you can now move tritium into your cargo or into your fuel tank.
mean,
I'd be happy with that, to be honest.
aim high. And
Hopefully something for exobio, because I get annoyed not finding plants at ground level.
So
It's like a wave scanner or something.
So the way that it was described by Arth was something that they've never done before, and something that you've never seen before in Elite.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, forgot about that.
So I don't think it's going to be tiny or inconsequential. But I think it will be tied to a mechanic just because of how relatively small the Elite team is.
I think it's most likely going to be something tied into the mechanics that they've put in for the Thargoid War and the new power play. It's got to be something that they can sort of multitask on.
Tweak it. I just think it's new. Like, instead of calling it base building, call it new expansion mechanics.
Yeah, I think it's going to be something not like, like we were saying about, it's not going to be like design your own base or build it yourself or anything like that. I think it's more likely going to be a mechanic for expanding into unpopulated systems and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Then we'll see how many
station
factions
vending machines start selling Raxler bars.
I can imagine if it was like expanding out of the bubble, how many factions will try and like do a line to Colonia or something and a line to Sega.
The thing is, no, right? Okay, so the thing is, if that sort of thing starts to happen, right? If that sort of like, I feel like we're almost at a point where we can come back now. I don't see any more big Thargoids around.
I thought I saw a Cyclops.
Or there might be one hanging out. But some kind of... Obviously, people are going to figure out a way to manipulate it. And that's half the fun of the BGS, you know?
Yeah. Maybe it could just be random bases out in the black. So somewhere for explorers to like set up their own little mini bubble.
Possibly.
But again, does that fall under the category of something we've not seen in Elite before? Because we've seen
Seen a
systems
bubble.
with settlements.
Being able to buy drinks at the bar, that's it. Bernard
Yeah.
lose his mind.
At least let us buy a Lave and brandy. Come on.
You can buy Lave and brandy, it just so happens that it's by the ton.
Well, I mean, it's good brandy.
You can, but it's delivered 3 systems over.
That's a very valid
At a random
point.
bar.
That'll be a new way to get from your ship to the ground. And it's going to be the elite version of the Hell Pods from Helldivers 2. You just get into it and your ship fires you at the planet.
It's
Isn't that the
passenger
passenger
cannon.
It is a passenger cannon, yeah. That's what it'll be.
100%.
And it just shoots you into the planet.
Right, okay, I don't want to sound like this is the worst, but the day that they start taking design ideas from the adverts that me and Chris make is a bad time.
There's another thing it could be, which is ship interiors. You can just walk around.
It's not going to be ship interiors, that's far too much work.
Well,
Yeah, ship
not
interiors.
really, if they make it simple. Then people will
then-
get upset and do angry faces.
But then, see,
over it.
this is the problem, though. People say, "Oh, I'd be quite happy if I could just stand and walk out the door and then film with that," and then they'd be like, "Oh, but what's past that door? I want to get in there, or I want to see this, or I want to have that." You know, there's nothing for me to do once I get up out my chair. Because the novelty of getting up out your chair and having to walk to the airlock would probably run out pretty quickly. So then it would be well, what else are you doing? You know.
Yeah, beyond that door is a chemical toilet. You don't go there.
Yeah.
Well, behind that door is the power plant where you can repair it when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
You instantly go in and just die of radiation exposure.
Yeah. And that's how it gets repaired.
Well, and instead of the
It gets
very
repaired with
useful,
human sacrifice.
yeah,
No,
well,
it gets
inst-
repaired with a brand new ship for a rebuy.
No, I want to do multi-crew, but you have the Spock death scene from Star Trek, trying to repair the reactor.
Amazing, I'm on board with all of these suggestions.
Yeah, you just keep calling in your teammates. Come on, everybody get in.
Really,
I'll get sacrificed.
yeah, just the Warhammer 40k way of them moving
Oh, yeah,
Starship
yeah.
fuel around. You just die on the way and bits of you fall off and you keep going. That'll do.
Yeah, 40k pushing a wheelbarrow full of plutonium into the reactor.
Yeah. It's even worse than that because they carry it on their back, don't they? I'm pretty sure they carry
Yeah,
it
yeah,
in
they're only-
giant coffins on their back, and then as they're going, bits of them just start falling off because of the radiation.
But I wasn't the only one having a very bad time with those lasers there.
No,
Chris.
I was also not enjoying those lasers.
At the stream, and I was like, okay, it's not just me then. Not done an elite before. Fauna for Exobio. They have the tech in other games. Fits the frontier way of you using things. Yeah.
0G roller coasters.
Seriously, that's oh god, what was it? Park Beyond is that game that does that. Don't need to do it in this game.
Oh, that was bad time. Don't think I got my money out of that.
Then if they do bring fauna into the game, I want to be able to herd them onto my ship. I just want to have a random ship that's just got random animals on it that I go into combat with.
Are you wanting a steed? Is this what the situation is?
Well, I just want basically a ship full of space hippos that I can just unleash into settlement. And maybe like crocodiles or cassowaries with me as well. Because that would just be terrifying.
So you want like Noah's Ark of all the scariest animals you can find?
Yeah, honey badgers, cassowaries with honey badgers and little like side saddles, you know, the whole thing. And just unleash them on a settlement.
See, now I just got an image of a cassowary with a raccoon on its back throwing honey badgers at people.
Yep. And then just wait until the screaming stops.
Landing gear retracted.
And I'll deploy them via dropship. We'll need cargo doors. I'll figure it out.
There's a Cyclops like attached to the Titan. I died looking at it.
Oh yeah, I see it on stream.
Yeah, that's the flaw, Blind Grey Rabbit. You would need you'd need cargo doors, and
Is that the only flaw? I
that's
mean,
the only flaw. Yeah.
just
They
wind,
just
could you not just
magically get
wind
the
down
ship.
the window and pop them out? No,
No, they just
Pop
get
the canopy
magically
and
get
throw
into
'em
the
out.
ship.
pop the canopy. Yeah, blow the canopy. Boom.
No, you take, you know, the dropship things that they have in the vultures for
Yeah.
front lines. That could easily hold on to like a hippo or something.
Could you not have like a llama limpet? You know, it just like you know.
A llama limpet.
Yeah, when you want to deploy a llama, you fire a llama limpet, or you know, a honey badger limpet. You know, whichever you desire.
Taking damage.
No, you'd fire a honey badger from a cannon just so it's
It's
extremely
really angry when
there.
it gets
Yeah,
there.
but this is like when you pick them up as well. You need. Maybe that's what Nikato Kane is doing. What's it called? A Concorde
No,
cannon.
that just fires.
That's
a
what fires
supersonic
arrows.
passenger liner at people.
Yeah. Disappointed cancelled airship.
Internal damage. Frameshift drive charging.
This game is silly.
I mean,
Or
we-
it fires
we make
copies of the Concorde Agreement that Formula One teams have to sign. It's one of the two.
Yeah, it's just a stack of paper that gets thrown at them.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake!
Legal paperwork until they give up and start crying in the ship.
I literally.
You've just got there, Chris. Are you toast?
Yeah, I can't do anything because my power plant and everything's gone, and yeah. I got one jump.
Wow. Remember when we used to do like Thargoid? We used to do this all the time. We don't now. I think we're all fucking done with it.
Okay. Well, that was a fun 5 minutes. Jesus.
F.
Yeah,
I
DCOH.
do think I'm
3
coming
days,
out of
16
today
hours.
having lost money.
And you can't. Chris, you can't. Actually, no, you could do because it's only the Titan. It's not like Thargoid, proper
yeah, it's not
Thargoid
like
fighting.
proper Fargoid, yeah.
What did you say then, Apathis, about DCOH? What are they saying the timing's like?
3 days, 16 hours.
Which would make it. Hang on, I need to Google this.
Tuesday.
Tuesday-ish.
Tuesday for it to go down, or
Yeah.
oh, so we can't witness the explosion.
Oh, so
again.
yeah. You might be able to get the
Ooh.
last shot on it.
All right, unless people work. Oh, I see. Because because I've charged too close to the sun. Unless people go super mental. At the moment, 3 days and 16 hours from now is going to be 1:56 on Tuesday, the 22nd of October. However, if people work harder over the weekend, it might bring that back to around sort of 10:30 on Monday, and then we might have one of the best redemption arcs you've ever seen.
Oh, because Ben will try and video it from Lave.
Oh, I mean, Ben would need to be the videographer for it, surely. We can't use anyone else.
I mean, I'm kind of prepared to do some extra work, so we have the redemption arc.
Just so it times it for during the
Yeah.
show on Tuesday.
Warning.
I thought this was supposed to go in 48 hours.
That's what someone was saying. Anti-Xeno groups were saying. Oh, it'll be a quick one. This one will go down in 48 hours. And then it didn't.
It's definitely feeling slower than the last one. I'm not sure whether that's because people are tired of it or busy looking at the update stuff that's coming up.
I mean, there's so few people with access to the update. I don't think necessarily it's that. I think it's general Titan fatigue.
Sure, you can get cream for that.
Breach attack. Taking damage. Frameshift drive charging.
Pretty
Really
sure
good.
it's like Bailey's or something.
Bailey's. Getting into Bailey's season.
We're nearly there, man. We're nearly there.
How do you sit on different flavored Baileys, or do you think they should just let Baileys be Baileys?
I sat all right in a Bailey's.
It's not
Let
Bailey's
Baileys be
season yet.
Baileys.
Sorry, I've just been informed it's not Bailey's season.
He's big mad about this.
I say let Bailey's be Bailey's, and then buy, I think it's called Merlin, which is
That's a Welsh one, isn't it?
yeah, which is so much nicer.
I think I've ever tried that.
There's a like when it gets to Christmas market season, that's when all of like the flavored Bailey's adjacent stuff comes out. I love Christmas market season. It's when Chris and I walk away from a Christmas market and we're clinking and because we're carrying so many different bottles of stuff that we would never usually buy.
That's it, yeah. Penderin make it. It's so nice, so nice. Yeah, they make the people make the Welsh whiskey. They make this Bailey's like, and it's so good. Yeah, because I got that blueberry whiskey, didn't I, last
Yeah,
year?
you got blueberry whiskey and
Oh,
I
so
got,
nice.
I think I got like a strawberries and cream something and it was beautiful.
I think it was their version of Bailey's.
Warning. Caustic damage detected.
Sorry, go on.
You pay through the nose for it because you've already had like a skinful at the Christmas market, so you don't notice.
Warning. Caustic damage detected.
How do you reply directly to someone in your chat? in chat on in game.
But you've got to select them in the box. When you go into the chat box, you get the nearby commanders one, and then that lets you do like a chat message, I think.
Warning. Caustic damage detected. Warning. Verbal attack. Gaining heat.
Yeah, that is how you do it. Thank you.
Warning. Caustic damage detected. Taking damage.
Hearing a lot of Titans screaming, which means you guys are doing a good job.
Ooh, 7.5 million.
What, on that
Nice.
one? Just on one thing?
Yeah. I got
Caustic
8
damage
earlier.
detected.
I think the most I've got is 5.
No, most of them are around 5, but I think one of the first ones was about 8.
Nice.
Substance.
I think we got it down to 0 though when we did that. The threshold's only 2 million, isn't it?
Yeah. We've all done plenty of that.
I was going to say, yeah, because you could like spit on it and get that.
Yeah. Problem is you've only got like, it's a small window by which you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By which you can get all of them. So I think I do feel sorry for people who haven't been able to get like even the 2 million on all of them.
Yeah, no, I've been.
Everyone other than Ben, obviously.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't really think about it, but I've been quite fortunate the fact I've been able to get on every time, even if only just for put my cape on, give it a kick, and run away. Like,
Yeah. You don't need to do a lot. I think it's Cap's going away and coming back with murder in his heart, so.
Warning. Caustic damage detected. Shields offline.
Lee is surprised Ben isn't on. Ben is at CitizenCon with Colin.
Double date.
Uh,
Romantic
well,
evening, candlelit dinner.
romantic evening of Star Citizen stuff.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't get in the elevators at CitizenCon.
Booth story.
Warning. Temperature critical.
I'm sure they'll have a lovely time.
Caustic damage detected. Warning. Hull breach attack. Taking internal damage. Under attack.
I believe Ben worked his butt off to get his 2 million before Raging went vulnerable.
Temperature critical. Hull integrity critical.
I just dropped in at the perfect time and got my 14,000 participation award. Thank you kindly.
Module
Lee's found it a lot easier than they thought it would be. Managed to get 40 mil. It's not been too shabby. I haven't handed in my bonds for a little while. No, I have. I'm at 47 bond. I think that 40, not just 47 million, I should say. I think that's just this Titan. I don't think I've done much elsewhere.
I think I'm on, 65. That's just from today.
Dior can afford a fleet carrier at this point with the bonds that he has.
Oh, Jesus. Do it, mate. How far are you off, Chris, from getting your fleet carrier?
A lot.
Oh no, Chris.
It's because he keeps hemorrhaging money. He keeps getting destroyed so much.
Yeah, I get destroyed a lot. Yeah, for that one, my heat sinks wouldn't work while I was firing, so then I was taking internal damage from the heat. So I put experimental pre-engineered heat sinks in, and they're fucking useless. Gonna go back to my
It
little
was your first Titan, Lee?
Oh, sorry, carry on.
Sorry, I was talking to someone in chat. I was talking to Lee. Was his first Titan. We need to do some goid farming with Chris, but we did goid farming with Chris.
We did. I had fun the last time we did goid shooting. We did shindes. I donned cape. I donned cape and did shindes.
We did a whole thing of it. It was fine.
I couldn't get the last one because the torpedo decided not to work.
We're at the arse end of it now as well. I don't know if we're gonna have that many more invasion systems.
Unless they bring Thargoids in as a shadow power play power.
That's my thinking of what they're going to do with it. They're going to sort of throw them in every now and again to sort of stir the pot.
Yeah, and they are stronghold carriers or Titans, effectively.
Yeah.
That mean we'll be able to land on them and pick up leaflets to deliver.
Yes.
100%.
I'm all for landing on a Titan and walking around it.
I just want to defeat it.
Stronghold carrier.
Let me hack it so that it's got the holographic things and it's indicated gain instead.
Oh, rather than Tharg the Mighty.
Rather than Thog the Mighty, yeah.
I'll pledge for the Thargoids, then go around all the Azimuth bases, changing their logos to Thargoid.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever going to be an option where you can side with the Thargoids.
Ooh.
Well, no, because that's what I know. Once the Titans are gone, that's the Thargoid's gone.
Oh, Witchhead will still remain the same.
Now I reckon they'll just pack up and go home.
Nah, just another 20 Titans coming. Park themselves right above Earth.
Burn the bubble.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Every power play leader gets their own Titan.
Frameshift drive charging.
Feels like the Elite Dangerous Mad Max crossover I never knew we needed.
4, 3, 2,
that was quite disturbing. But just got inflicted and ended up sort of spinning through the planet out the other side and then coming to a stop.
Oh, yikes. Chris, don't die.
But I do it so well. In style.
Frameshift drive charging.
I have equipped extra heat sinks this time.
Amazing.
More heat sinks, though the last time it wouldn't let me fire a single heat sink, so what adding more heat sinks will do, I don't know. I have enough for my 2 million, so I'm getting my sticker, I'm happy. I'm content.
Nice.
What time we plan to go till tonight?
It's a very, very good point. Usual time, I would have thought.
Aim for 10:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, because that's when sprint qualifying starts.
So it is really late. I knew it was going to be really late.
The races themselves aren't.
Is this the Formula 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, America this week.
What one,
Didn't
sorry?
realise it was a sprint.
It's USA. Where about? Oh, Austin, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, Circuit of the Americas.
Gives me an excuse to play Austin this weekend then.
Oh, Buderick says, this is awesome. I live in a bad time zone, so I never get to watch the Lave crew live. This is it. This is what we normally like. This is when we're not wrangled into doing some kind of a show. Just talk shit for hours.
This is us talking nonsense off air. This is what the pre-show, the post-show, and just the internal chat is.
Normally, this is like an actual recreation of Chris Mark 4 and my DMs. To the 2 hour after the show finishes. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Wait, Katie hasn't come on and been super political yet.
Give it time. Give it time.
Give it a minute.
This other Luca's age. She's warming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have been talking about doing like occasional things like this every now and again. Just for shits and giggles. Ever since the last time we did something. What was the last one we... Oh, fucking 40th.
The 40th anniversary one.
I'm an idiot.
All the shenanigans, yeah.
And then we've done
40th
little bits of
are really
flower
fun.
guide pew-pews and stuff like that. There's bits that
Yeah.
we can do to get together, but we're wanting to do it more, so... Yeah. Definitely.
Just because it's nonsense.
Caustic substance neutralized.
I love it. I love seeing the pumpkin do its thing from the inside. I'm planning on dying anyway. I'm really low health, but I just really wanted to see this go from the inside. It's so dope. Chris might see the explosion of my ship. I don't think you did.
I think I missed it.
No, I was like, Chris 5 was staring straight at where I was, and I still didn't see it on his stream either.
Hey, we normally miss whole Titans exploding.
Oh, hell,
Are you
yeah.
really expecting us to pick up your ship?
That is a very valid point expertly made. My apologies.
We've got to say hi to the Chief Archivist, who has dropped in to hear what we're up to. Hello, Chief Archivist.
Isn't he at...
He might have been taken out of the room. He's in the audience. He's listening in. Hi, Colin.
Isn't he at... What's it called?
CitizenCon.
CitizenCon! I've just been talking about it. What?
You got it right a few seconds ago.
CitizenCon is tomorrow. You say that, Wintermute, but this CitizenCon is the reason that they're not here tonight.
They're commuting.
So I'm pretty
Are they
sure there is
commuting?
something. I'm sure there's something going on tonight.
Be citizen come drink.
Oh, Justin heading home after BarCon, very drunk.
Oh God.
Oh.
Wait, now I have to get drunk Colin on.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we
No, we don't.
demand
Colin,
drunk Colin.
Colin, you better not be cycling. Wintermute, I'll trust the person who's been there, if I'm honest. The pre-drinks.
Yeah, they're just pre-gaming. It's fine.
Pre-gaming the whole of the fucking weekend.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
the Friday at ECM.
Friday at ECM, the Friday before the con is the most important day of the con. You know that.
Good point. Well made.
Providing that people who are setting up get out before 11 and before the bar closes.
Yeah, and before food stops being served anywhere.
Mhm,
Get food.
that too.
Have food. Recommend
Get
having
food.
food. Get food.
Highly recommend getting food.
And you have enough USBs that have bandwidth to manage your video.
Yes, yes.
My
and
guy.
USBs with bandwidth. USBs with bandwidth.
Wait, how wasted was Ben if you had to walk him back to his hotel?
Oh my god.
Well, Ben's not in shape for conventions, is he? Because he's missed the last few
Misses
elite
so
ones,
many.
hasn't he? So he's out of practice.
no.
He's
Poor
not match
Ben.
fit. He's not match
Yeah.
fit.
Oh, poor Ben.
Aw.
But he's absolutely buckled. He's going to be a mess in the morning, and I had to get walked back.
Poor Ben.
No, not poor Ben. It's his own fucking fault.
No, there's a,
Poor
there's
Ben.
no sympathy there, is it?
Oh.
I tell you, I did hear Chris open a beer earlier, so I know he's had a be.
Yeah.
We met up with some friends who bought Chris a full a care package, which was a pallet of tenants.
Well, no, it was a 12-pack of tenants.
It looked like more.
No, it was 12.
Half pallet.
Yeah, it was 12.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's none left.
Okay.
Engine reboot. Warning. Caustic damage detected.
Damn.
I don't think that's bad. You getting through 12 in a week. It could have been. You could have got through 12 over the weekend since we had them. Because you've had a difficult week at work.
We've still got a lot of iron brew left.
Have you got it in your glass bottle? So that's the important.
It's just cans.
What? They didn't. Oh,
No, they bring
Oh,
glass
that's right.
bottles.
They didn't bring any tablet either, which is in and of itself.
well, that's a crime.
Scottish care package, i.e. a pack of square sausages, 2 crates of iron brew, and 2 backs of tennis. This is what Colin wrote. 2 backs of tennis.
Backs of tennis.
I'd love some square sausage, but it's just fucking impossible to get. Yeah, Colin, sure, spell check, eh?
I had
I
sliced sausage and haggis roll for brekkie the other day.
Oh,
Oh.
this is amazing.
I've not had that in ages.
How fucking dare you?
No, I don't want deep fried Mars bars. You want a pizza crunch. That's where it's
It's
at.
the advantage of still being in the motherland.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting up there this year, next year. Let's get our mortgage to go through first and it'll be fine.
Heat sink deployed.
Murderer lawn sausage sarnie on plain bread. Plain bread? What's plain bread? Do you mean white bread? Hey, Scottish people.
Plain bread, yeah.
Plain bread, is that just white bread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I'd
Like
have it a
toast.
morning roll.
Like toasty bread, yeah.
Yeah, but morning roll's the best way to have it.
Yes. Are you for well-fired morning roll, crispy morning roll, or soft morning roll?
Soft morning roll, because well fired's just weird, because who wants the bread burnt?
What's happening? What are you on about? What?
So well fired roll is roll that's burnt on top.
They
Why?
purposefully leave it
Dunno.
in for too long. Tasty. Tasty.
That's not.
Tasty like
It's
charcoal
horrible.
is tasty.
Yes.
But charcoal's not tasty, Chris. It's happening.
Shields online.
Nah.
You've not sampled my cooking. I make charcoal tasty.
I've had deep fried haggis before. In Scotland, obviously, because that's the only place you can get it. Deep fried haggis is really nice. Like a haggis supper. That's a haggis supper, isn't it?
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
with
yeah.
chips.
Someone in front of me the other day ordered a fritter supper, which I thought was way too much potato for a human.
Some
Was
weird.
it
You
like
get.
a spam fryer.
So it was like potato fritter. So potato fritter with chips.
Oh,
So it's potato slices,
deep fried potato
fried
with deep fried
with,
potato.
with then deep fried. Yeah.
That's.
oh.
I tell you what. Whenever I have chips, what I always think is that it's missing more potato.
Yeah. Can I have more potato, but like more thickly sliced?
Yeah, if you
please?
wouldn't
Yeah.
mind if I could have a little bit more potato with my potato, that would be great.
Have a chip supper, please.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's essentially just a potato supper. It is just. Yeah.
I keep, whenever we start talking about stuff like this, I keep thinking about a cheeseburger with no cheese.
Oh, better.
What is the fucking point? I don't think I have heard my sister more angry at stuff, but not on stream. Cheeseburger with no cheese is my favorite.
We need to get that as a big multiplayer and see how many people we can get into one of
Oh,
those.
good lord. Well, I think you can do 8. I think you can get 8 people in one, and that would be a disaster.
That sounds like exactly the kind of chaos that should happen.
There is one, like, you have one person that I would literally be the source guy, and none of you take my fucking job. That would be all I would do for the whole thing.
Psych at the sauce guy.
I need
I am
to-
the source guy now.
Chris, you made it in.
I did, and I had 2 runs, and then on the 3rd run I blew up in sympathy with the Titan.
Incredible. I haven't moved from my fleet carrier for 15 minutes.
You've not launched. You're still sitting
I
past.
was like, nah.
We're relying
By
on
the time
Chris
I get
now.
back there.
We're relying on Chris now. It's all on you, Chris.
Okay. Wow, they've been to Chinatown to get him some special chicken rice and back. Bloody hell.
I'm surprised that you didn't go for a cheeky kebab. I feel like Ben's a cheeky kebab guy. Wild. Chris, have you just made it back into the Titan? Chris 4 is my question.
I know. I just blew up. I
okay.
I was at the time.
Oh no, this is Chris 5's. Okay.
This is Chris 5. This is Little Big Yun's feed.
A dumpling guy, but chicken with string beans is where it's at with Chinese food for you. Chicken and mixed vegetables, I really like. It's so vanilla. That's the whitest thing that you could pick is chicken and mixed vegetables because there's no spice to it whatsoever.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
I have no ammo.
Oh
Got no ammo.
No.
Oh, you've got to refill.
The last one. The last one.
I feel like on that bombshell.
Right, Gene, you can do all the hard work and I'll just shoot out with multi-cannons.
Okay.
2 multi-cannons, which will probably run out of ammo soon.
Amazing, incredible.
We're very good at this. We're very good.
We're
at
very good at the video game. We are where it's at the video game.
Well, I thought I blew up, and I thought I clicked the button to rearm. Clearly not.
Normally, the muscle memory kicks in for that sort of thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's the problem when you end up doing a bucketball race where you have to do something outside of the muscle memory, like get out and point at a sign or something along those lines.
Yeah, that was really.
Who would plan to do something like that? Where it's
no one in their right mind. I'll tell you that for free. But we've had a couple like that where you've had to do something that, like Alex one where you had to get out and run to something. That was mad too. Maybe you also have to be a member of the Lave team to do nuts stuff. That checks out. I feel like that's right.
Now, unfortunately, I don't have audio from Chrissy's feed, so you're just going to have to listen to background chatter from the station.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it's all
Just start doing target noises.
Shall we make some up?
Pew pew pew.
Daka 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 daka. That's all going. Pew 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 pew.
Boom.
Please, nobody clip that. In fact, everybody clip that.
This clip.
You all got it, yeah.
No, they don't work on this channel. We don't have that set up on this channel.
Yeah.
Hell
Only
no.
for good reason.
Incredible. Cool. Well, shall we find someone to raid and hand over this madness to?
That seems to make sense. Who should we go for?
I'm thinking AJ. Let's go and raid AJ if they're still live. Let's have a look.
Still alive.
Brilliant. We'll raid Commander Andrew Johnson. We don't get to raid. This is a Friday, so we don't get to raid those kind of folks. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Friends, thank you for joining us. Come and say hello if you're free, come and say hello on Lave on a Tuesday night when we record our podcast, or come and check out our podcast. That is, there's like over 500, don't listen to them all, but there's over 500 episodes. Listen to the last 50 or so, that's when they get all right. But yeah, come and hang out with us and do those kind of things. I'm going to thank everyone who's been here and joined us. We didn't take a note of the people who joined us in game, but thank you to Jeannie.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Epaphras.
You're welcome.
Thank you to the Chris Mark 5.
All right.
All right. And big special thanks to Chris Mark 4, who's like done all the tech and done all the streaming bits today.
You're welcome.
Incredible. That's it. Like, we've been Lave Radio. We're going to go ahead and raid Commander Andrew Johnson. Please come over with us. That would be cracking. We love you very much and take care. Goodbye.
Is your life like this? Sounds like someone having an orange inserted. You need a safe word. Space cathedral. I'm gonna see the galaxy.